received the loan payoff statement from my seller's bank. And because it was the weekend and then it was the holiday, I don't know if they've gotten to it because they were supposed to call us to set up a time to go in and sign. And they haven't done that yet. So I'm just going to wait until like a couple more minutes and I'm going to give them a call and see if they have gotten the loan payoff statement. And if so, then if we can sign today.
Yeah, they should be able to get it today.
Okay.
Who's the bank, I should ask?
I think they had it through Freedom Mortgage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just learning all these different mortgage companies that are like impossible to get loan payoffs from. So.
Yeah, like they've been trying. I mean, she's been trying to get it for like 2 weeks now.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed comes in for you guys today.
Yeah, the buyer's already signed, so it's literally just waiting on the sellers to sign. And I went by yesterday to grab all like the garage door openers, mailbox keys, and all that. So it's all ready to go. They just need to sign.
So
yeah.
The title should open here in a minute, and then you'll start being able to get a hold of people's, and hopefully soon we'll have some positive news.
Yeah, hopefully.
Excited to close your first listing?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm actually like, I mean, I was like kind of looking forward to being able to like go with him and like having that like, yeah, we're done kind of moment. But then title was like, yeah, we're only having the people who absolutely need to sign are allowed to go. They're not allowed any extra people to go with them. I was like, okay.
That's one of the things, the downside is the signings and celebrations. I loved that. Now you can't do it. So it's like, congrats, go sign your paperwork. I'll see you later. But
yeah, I mean, we did have a nice moment at the house yesterday when I got all the keys from them. They were like almost crying. They're like, we've been here for like 3 years. We didn't think we were going to move out of here, and now we're moving. And I was like, oh.
now think what happens when you sell that house somebody's been in for 30 years.
Oh, I know.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Purple Shirt Tuesday. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Teresa.
It's Tuesday. It felt like Monday.
It did feel like a Monday, although I do need to invest in more purple shirts.
I as well. I'm looking into making custom shirts now because why not? How was everyone's long weekend? Any successes? Any awesomeness? Ish. I know Robin wrote a Binzer, canceled a contract, showed some houses, did all kinds of stuff. It was a very effective week. I took the weekend off. I mean, I did a little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday, and I didn't do anything yesterday. Well, I did a lot yesterday for you guys, just answering questions for people, but nothing that physically required me to leave my house. It was nice.
Well, you need a little pool time too.
I actually flooded my backyard. It was kind of awesome. So, yeah, I left the water to fill the pool on too long.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Morning, Chris.
Morning.
How's Phoenix?
Great. Can't complain, just another day in paradise,
Right. How's things coming along with your career?
Good. Actually, I've been meeting with some first-time home buyers. I got two that's working with me right now, just waiting for them to come up with this little lender regarding like their information of their work status and what they make, to see what they can qualify for the home buyers.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, so that's where I'm sitting at right now.
I love it. Good to see you on. Good morning, Tim.
Morning.
Good morning, Isaac. Typical Monday attitude on a Tuesday. Everyone's showing up late. It's all good. The whole world's running late this morning because there was no traffic on the way to work. So I even left my house 30 minutes after I normally do. Good morning, Miss McBroom.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Good.
How was your 3-day weekend?
It was good. It actually honestly felt too long. Like yesterday, I was sitting at home thinking to myself, man, it's been nice to have the last 5 days off. And Head's like, what do you mean? She's like, you've been off since Saturday. It's 2.5 days. I'm all, wow. It's, you know, you're doing it right when you can relax enough to make days double themselves. So worked through some interesting situations this weekend in itself. We, you know, revisited a lot of solar stuff, revisited a lot of stuff on Binzers and what to do to cancel contracts. What did you guys have that you needed some help with or get started? One of my conversations I loved was that they're doing well and they just need more scripting. And Renee's not even here. And she's the one that said that. She's too busy with her new clients. How about you guys? Where are you stuck? What can I do to get you going this week after a long delay?
Hey, Dan, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
On the, I got a Benzer over the weekend, and other than they agreed to everything, but I had a microwave. There was an over-the-range microwave that didn't work, and they wanted to give us $200 to make that go away. And with that situation, you know, there could be an electrical situation and those type of things. When they put that onto the Benzer and send it back to you, at that point in time, I had a number of like $500 in my mind, and so did the buyer. How would you handle that going forward? What I did is I just picked up the phone and called them and said, hey, you know, $200 is not going to work. Where do we go from there as far as legal wise? Can we give them the opportunity to change that at that point? Or I guess the long and the short is, I got them to go to the 500, but the Benzer still reads 200.
Well,
So
the Benzer, you're not really supposed to put any dollar amount on the Benzer. The cash repair, are they coming in a sales concession or a lowering sales price?
they're going to do a concession, obviously. So,
Okay, so how you handle it, regardless of what's on the Benzer,
yeah,
as long as your buyer's okay with it, have them sign an addendum
right,
with the
Right, that's right.
$500 credit and then sign the Benzer.
right. Okay, that's where I was headed. I just wanted to make sure.
Right, yeah, definitely. Is for the rest of you on the call, we try not to put any dollar amounts on the Benzer.
Correct.
Benzer's not a place for a financial negotiations. The way it's supposed to be handled, if you're in lieu of repairs, it can say a credit will be issued in lieu of repairs. And then an addendum is stacked with it, so you can have an addendum showing whatever the price is. Now, I asked the question, is it a concession or is it a price reduction? Because if you've already got a ton of closing costs already in the deal, like let's say you've got 3% on a typical transaction and you ask for additional concessions from repairs, you may not be able to use them as a buyer's agent because you've already got the 3% to cover it. So that's when you need to know exactly how much closing costs you can utilize to talk to the lenders. That way, you know if it needs to be a price reduction or a concession, because they cannot do just a flat cash out at closing.
Right.
So another way to make sure you do that is all invoices for all repairs, everything that's gone through the purchase of this house, submit them to title so that they can put that into what's being paid for by the concessions. Some people forget about that aspect, is you can actually give the inspection reports and stuff back to the title and say, hey, this is what they paid for. Can we get that credited back through concession? And line 101 of our contracts, or 102, reads out that the concessions can be used for whatever the bank allows. And most banks are going to allow anything that went into the purchase of the home. So, great question. Good morning, Ms. McBroom and Ms. McBroom.
Hi.
Love it. Good morning, Miss Cindy. Hey, Melissa. Everyone's on here and being awesome.
Morning. We're under contract.
I was about to ask, do we have good news? Cindy asked me for an escalation clause, and I sent her the most difficult one I could.
Yes.
It's
And
the most legally sound escalation clause you can send.
yes. I know. I had to read it like 5 times.
Did it get triggered? Did you guys utilize it?
Yes, they did end up using it. And then my clients did write a personal letter, and the listing agent did tell me that letter really helped. So yeah, so we're excited. So day one's today.
Woo woo! Did they send you all the documents as proof that for the escalation clause?
Yes, in fact, I ended up talking to Nancy about something else, and then I'm like, hey, can I just read you this? This is what I'm going to send. So she's like, you know what? Just tell them to send you the whole thing. I'm like, oh, okay. So I just took out that last part and just put copy of the whole contract. So,
There you go.
yeah, so they did. So
Love it. Love it.
Yep.
I've had pushback on the whole contract, so that's why we wrote it in the sections that you need. But if you
Yep,
can get the whole contract,
I got the whole thing. I got the whole thing. Got everything yesterday, and the only thing I have left right now is the airport.
let's rock and roll. Get that thing into command. Let's get
Okay,
it submitted.
Who do you recommend for termite inspection?
I personally use Rigo Pest for everything.
Rigo.
Inspection with Rigo Pest. They are not the most cost effective. He's $75 for his inspections. However, he does not charge me to re-inspect in the event that there is a termite issue or water issue found to clear a termite report. I have also had very good experiences with Tucson Exterminating.
Okay.
They were $50.
I'll be older home, but it's also block home. So
Yeah, don't just because it's block. I mean, my house when I just bought was block, and they had termite. When I scraped the roof, all the
oh yikes. Okay.
ceiling, what do you call that? The acoustic ceiling. You could see the termite lines through the entire house.
Oh yikes. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do a roof inspection as well, even though they say that the new roof was, I think it was put in last year in 2019. But we're gonna do a roof inspection. I've done roof savers before. Do you
I've
recommend-
done roof savers, save on roof, not save on roofs. The fuck is that, Robin? What is it?
Roofs are us.
Roofs are us. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just sent them all to Robin last week, so I know. And then I've been using Unique Roofing a lot lately. Unique Roofing.
Because I know Roof Savers offers a free inspection, so I didn't know if everybody else did.
So the way you get around that is you pretty much ask them for an estimate. You go out there and send them out there for an estimate. Now the conversation behind that is a very scripted one. You say, hey, Miss Cindy, we're going to have a couple of roofers come out and look at the roof on this property. What we're doing is we're asking them to come out and give us a bid for repairs. They're going to find something. That is their job right now, is to come out and find some type of work. What we'll do is we'll levy the three of those bids against each other, and we'll find out where the roof really stands. If all three of them say it's minor repairs and a little bit of, touch up, then we know we're fine. If two of them say it needs a brand new roof and one of them says it just needs some repair, then we have an issue.
Oh, so get more than one to use.
Yeah, always get more than one. The only reason I say that is because if you're doing that system, most people, if you're paying them for an inspection, they're going to go out and tell you some things, and it's fine. Roofers just go out there and do an inspection, but if you're sending them out there for the bid out, they are looking for work. They are looking for a reason to do work.
Okay.
And
Do they
more
ever-
often- go ahead.
Do they get tired of us asking them to do that and not getting the work from us?
I have yet to do that, and that's 50 homes this year so far. So, and maybe less than 10% get work done. And if they do, it's up to the other agent what they're using, or if we're using the same. So there hasn't been the thing is, they go out there and do 50 bids. Maybe it costs them $5,000, maybe in total, $50 an hour. $100 an hour, whatever you want to charge.
And does Roofs R Us charge for inspection?
No.
Okay.
And then they get one big job from you, it pays for all that.
Yeah, if ever. Okay. And plumbing.
I use Fusion Plumbing. Sean Stewart at Fusion Plumbing for my scopes.
Then I've used RAM before, and they were okay.
I've used RAM before too. Fusion, I just like Sean because he's done work for me here at the office personally. So
Okay.
Fusion Plumbing, Sean Stewart, I can send you his contact.
All right. Yeah, and it depends on timing too. So.
Yeah, he's usually pretty easy because he's got a good crew of guys that'll do it.
All right. Cool.
It's funny that if I get a good experience with a vendor, how much business they get funneled through. People underestimate you. So when we say go out there and make friends with allied contacts, so roofers, plumbers, handyman, plumbers, all these things, make them part of your preferred vendors list. Get them to help sponsor some of your mailings and your donations and stuff like that. Get them as not just a referred partner, but, financially invested in your business. If you guys are doing Christmas gifts, get them to throw in $100 to the mailing or whatnot. If you're doing, like personally, I send ornaments every year, little knickknack ornaments, and I get my vendors to, help me cover the shipping costs. If it costs me $2 or $3 for the ornament and $2 or $3 for the shipping, add that up over the years, and every year they get something. So if you can get them to do that, inside the envelope, you just slide a coupon or something from, Picture Rocks HVAC, $50 off a home servicing. That's talking. When you send them enough business, you start doing that, you'll get that relationship. So don't forget about that aspect. Don't forget about how it's got to be a mutually win-win. It's a win-win situation. Like I call Sean and I say, "Hey, Sean, I need some help with something." He's going to answer the phone. I call Rigo personally, the owner. Rigo Pest lives neighborhood across from me. Call him up and say, "Hey, I got an inspection tomorrow at 3:00. He's like, "Cool, Rigo will be there." And he'll send one of his guys. It's because of that experiences. Tucson Exterminating, I've got a little bit of an inside win because it's my best friend's husband's company. I've known her since 7th grade, and it's his dad that started it, and he bought it from him. So it's one of those things, like I forget about them because, I try to keep the friends and business separated a lot. So I forgot Brett owned the termination company. And then one day I was just sitting there, I'm like, oh shit, I should call Brett. And $50 in the inspection. So it's the same level of treatment. They come out, they're pretty quick. They got a good crew of guys, and their service actual cost is not astronomical. And they've been around forever. So they've got a great stakehold. They know the market. They know the areas. They've probably treated that house before. So start building those relationships and put them in your dossier. Put them in your phone. Put them in an Excel spreadsheet. You, like Mara was showing us, use the HomeVisor. What is it, HomeVisor? You're muted, my friend.
I know. I think, isn't it Homekeeper?
Homekeeper, yeah. I started using it. It's just one more website, one more app. I just can't seem to. But I love that they're all in one place.
Right. That's why I mentioned it, because Tess was wanting a place to keep them all. So.
And we get it through Keller Williams, so why not?
But you could also just put them in command and mark a tag of what vendor they are.
Yes. Please use your systems.
And when you call and tell them you're on my preferred vendor list, that of course hopefully will help us eventually as we keep telling them that you're a preferred vendor. And I'd love to earn your referral business.
Yeah, so it's Homekeeper for pros. So it's pros.homekeeper with KEEPR.com. And go put them in there and share them. Because what it does is sends them an email says, "Hey, I'd like to make you part of my Homekeeper Advantage account," or whatever it is, or "I'd like you to be one of my vendors." And they get an email and they send back. And anytime I actually engage with a great client or vendor like that, I try to get their contact information, make a friend. I get them in my CRM as not only a business owner, but I try to get their personal address and information because I want to be their agent of choice. I can tell you Rigo's been in business for 30 years. He knows a lot of agents. So I'm fighting for a lot of mind share against other agents. Now, if you can win the value of somebody's brain, if they're doing a ton of roof work, they're doing a ton of updating, some pest stuff, some cleaning stuff, some painting stuff, and all of these vendor contacts you have, eventually somebody's like, "You know what, I'm cleaning my house because I'm thinking about selling it." Ding, ding, ding. And then you call your painter, "Hey, Mark, what's going on?" He's like, "Oh, actually, I'm just talking to this guy down the street from my house looking to sell his house. Here's his contact information." So, sorry to run. I ran on a tangent, but I know that that's a great resource for leads for you guys. And y'all's looking for resources for leads. So, also, we can also start a Google Sheet. A Google Sheet, if you want to put together, and we can share contacts and have that information if that makes it easy for you. I can make that a part of the resource for 1kwsa.com. We can have a vendor resource.
That would be great, Dan.
Like the one that Mr. Winters had started.
Yeah, that's out in Sierra Vista. Did you get access to that one finally, Tess?
Well, I have it, but I didn't realize that he had sent it only to Sierra Vista agents. I guess that's why I got it, but I thought, because he was on, wasn't he on one of our groups or something, like last week or week before?
Yeah, he was on the contracts to close class. So he jumped in a little bit.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that he was, yeah.
Take notes. Miss Mara's got something she'd like to share. Floor is yours, Miss Mara. It's the unmute button.
I know. I was just putting in the note. Okay. Okay. All right. There's been. So the flyer I attached in notes. Yeah. So I became a certified. The class is called Compassion Integrity Training, and it's just a really cool. It's really just secular ethics. So it's about building compassion, empathy, trying to see our common humanity in others. And what's really cool is there's lots of bold laws in it, which I bring up when I facilitate the class. Anyway, I know it's a bad time for realtors. I'm doing it on Sunday afternoons, but it just seemed the right time for this fall. Since not as many of us are doing open houses, we can do them on Saturday, right? So it's going to be on Sunday afternoons. It's normally around $300 for the class, but if no one can afford it, because I know you're new agents, I would just love to have you there even for free. The materials are online. It's a totally life-changing course. It's just pretty amazing. So it's very interactive. So there's really short readings, but there's some sort of like meditations to go with it and journaling. So again, it's really, really in line with KW, I feel like. So, and my first in-person class, they let me hold at KW in our training room. And it was obviously a really cool experience. And our team leader last year, why is his name flying out of my head? Dan, the man who recruited you, Billy.
Yeah.
Billy came to the first class or two. He was so busy he couldn't really do the whole course, but it is 10 weeks. And again, it's just very cool. And the flyer's there, but I can also put a link. I don't know how many of you know that Tucson signed on to the Charter for Compassion to make us a more compassionate city. And this course kind of grew out of it. It's from the Charter for Compassion. And it's, you know, it's secular, meaning no one religion. So you might have a religious slant, or you may have no religion, and that's totally fine, because again, it's more based on kind of brain science and things like that. So anyway, just want to share it because it's been very impactful for me and my family. So I know it's very cool. So if anybody wants to check it out. And
I will definitely tie on the compassion aspect of your jobs and careers in real estate. Super helpful. If you can connect to somebody on a deeper level through compassion than just complacency.
yeah, it's good for, you know, putting yourselves in another's shoes and understanding their causes and conditions of why they're acting the way they're acting, and kind of those keeping your emotions between the lines, but giving you actual skills to do that, because our brain can't tell the difference when we're facing a stress. And it really talks about that. So it talks about some deep breathing and resourcing and calming your body so that you can handle the stress in this job. And there's actual skills. And like I said, it's very interactive, lots of discussion and talking with others. And it's not just lecture at all. It's very interactive. So
Good stuff. You guys all need to learn box breathing. That's part of what they teach in this course, is the breathing aspects of controlled breath, time frames. So it will help focus you, recenter you, and get you off of whatever panic, anxiety stricken event you were in. Another good thing, if you struggle from a little bit of analysis paralysis, also known as anxiety, keep a salt packet with you. If you start feeling yourself get real anxious about something, put some salt on your tongue. The overwhelming sensation of salt on your tongue will actually trigger your brain into stop focusing on the situation you're blowing out of proportion and focus on what the hell's on my tongue. So, and that's I only know this because very near and dear people to me absolutely struggle from anxiety. So that was a trick that we learned from one of these compassion type courses. So a little something I can share in the moments. Good stuff today, guys. This is the best Tuesday, Monday class ever. I got 2 agents from the Phoenix market, 1 agent not even with KW yet. You hear me, Sherry? Yet. Saying, coming for you.
I know, I hear you. I wonder if there's any in Phoenix that are like you. I want you here, though.
Yes, there are.
There are.
Yes, there are some pretty phenomenal leaders and coaches in the Phoenix market as well. The one I'm partnered with, Gail, who's Chris is with, is very similar to mine. She's got a 9, is it 9 o'clock every day, Chris, or 9:30?
9:30.
9:30 call every day.
Every day. She holds it
Yeah,
down.
I'm actually going to join that today.
Do you know Alex Fervera? I don't know his last name. Fervero? Alex
Fervera.
Fervera? Yeah.
Yep, he's one of the leadership in Phoenix North.
Is that a good office? Do they do meetings like yours?
If you want, I mean, where are you located exactly?
Glendale, Peoria. Glendale, though. Yeah. North.
Sure. I'm gonna send you a phone number for a guy named Joe. You wanna talk to someone that's a lot like me, get some insight on just the Phoenix market.
Okay.
His name is Joe Quattarucci.
But Alex has been talking to me, so I might feel really guilty if I.
Oh no, there's no guilt in, because he's a PC coach.
Okay.
That's why you
Joe
want
is
somebody.
amazing.
Yeah, so Joe Quattarucci is one of my coaches.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, there's no harm in talking to him, getting some more feedback and information.
Okay.
That's the beautiful thing about Keller Williams. There is no such thing as a crossing line. Like, oh, I've been talking with Dan. I really feel, no. This is, Sherry, I really hope when it comes to sponsorship, you remember your daughter's name. Period. That's all. That's all you got to do.
So nice. You guys are so nice.
Because Wendy.
Okay, so Joe Quattarucci.
Yeah, his phone number is 207-318-6644.
Thank you.
He's partnered with Kristen Cole. He's her director of growth, and she is one of the largest real estate companies underneath Keller Williams umbrella in the United States. So they're in like 33 different cities, 36 cities, and they do in the realm of 500 to 600 deals a year, maybe upwards of that now, because
Wow.
she's partnered with a couple of our companies down here. So give him a call, talk to him, because you're gonna have, if you're looking for that same environment and join in some classes they have there, it's only going to help you out. There is no such thing as crossing that boundary. It's all about helping agents become better agents.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So that's why I don't kick you off these calls, because I like.
I know. I feel so good. I always am like not sure, and you're always so welcoming, and all of you are. So thank you.
I would have to say that's the culture of Keller Williams. It's not us. Am I wrong? Chris, is you completely different city?
Nope, they're all so welcoming here. I thought I was going to be like alone as a solo agent here, but it's all a team effort. Great motto, teamwork makes the dream work. So I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Together, everyone achieves more. It's one of your mission statements, your belief system. So, no, it's the basis of Keller Williams, and I've been asked that by probably 100 new licensees this year. Why would I come to Keller Williams over anyone else? What would be your response?
They have the best training and great culture. Everyone's so caring and helpful.
Right. So, I mean, what are the top 3 reasons to join Keller Williams? And I'm like, culture. And that's the thing, it's the culture of growth, the culture of inclusion, and the culture of our company as a whole. It's where we're at. And being education-based and learning-based is why we do like this morning call. I will tell you guys, and this is being transparent and full-hearted and very, very, open. You're the reason I get out of bed in the morning, because I have a commitment to you. I woke up at 7:05 this morning feeling like absolute hell. because I didn't sleep well last night. Something was going on in my house. I don't know. My dog was going nuts. So I probably have 3 hours of consistent sleep all night. So I woke up, those mornings you're just like, calling in. I'm calling in. I can't call in. Because I'm just that's my commitment. It's that culture of inclusion where I know that I'm not letting my brothers and sisters down. And I've built that with you guys. So this is that team aspect. You do it together. I mean, I have partnerships with agents that I work directly with and my team of agents that I coach. But the main thing is the family that it's around me at all times. You know, Mara and I have come to know each other very well over the last year. You know, she's been in scripts and role play in person and online. I do miss the in-person because I did a lot more for body language and teaching you guys how to say stuff and how to present things better versus just the words, because the words are only part of it. It's not as important as what you say, it's how you say it. And that's just, we're learning from each other. So I want to say thank you for joining in all the time. It's a blessing to be a part of this with you. And I hope that we can continue to grow. So I don't care if you're with RE/MAX, Coldwell Banker, you know, just getting your license. If you've got a friend that you think would benefit from joining in and being part of this community, bring him, invite him. Let them join in every day. I don't care. They can be camera off, mic off, just consuming the information in the background as they drive around in the mornings. That's fine. Because if we can touch just one heart, if we can get one piece of positive out there and change somebody's day, there was a success there. You learn just one thing to say to help you gain agreement, make more money, get more contracts, close more deals. It was worth your time. It's a small investment to ask for a big return, because we are teaching you skills to change your life, not just how to talk to people. That's what it can do for you, right? Well, as always, my friends, thank you. Ms. Mara, you got something for us?
Just really quickly, just this weekend, I said something about when someone had said something, I said, well, tell me more about that. And my husband was like, that has been amazing. He's like, I don't remember if you got that from Bold or where, but he's like, why didn't I know this before? Because he's like, when someone says something crazy, instead of going, I really don't agree with you, he's like, well, tell me more about that. And just such a simple statement. I just think that's a good one. I think we got it from you.
We got it from everyone, and I will not take prowess over everything I do. But that's one of the most impactful questions. What's important about that, or tell me more about that. Ms. Teresa, what you got?
I put a little question in the chat. A lady gave me her information from my website and anyway, she thought she was hoping that I could help her, and I'm trying, but it's a little challenging. She's needing a Section 8 housing. She had another real estate agent she approached that they said the minimum of $65 is to try to find her a rental house. So I thought, no, we don't work that way here at Keller Williams. So I will try my best to find something, even though it's going to be a little challenging, especially she needs to move before the 25th.
Put it out there in the group chat in Facebook land. Okay. And see what you can find out. I mean, or you can directly message. I'm going to reach out to my property managers, because you got Keith Duncan, April Richards, the Servals group, Stonehouse group, that you can reach out to and find out if anyone has anything that's Section 8able for 14 something a month, say they have a voucher. Because a lot of renters or investors love Section 8 because it's guaranteed pay. It's a little bit of a headache to get qualified and get certified, but once you're there, it's guaranteed pay.
Okay, yeah, I feel really sorry for a single mom and needs this home really bad. Can you tell or chat or put in chat or email me separately the names of the people you just jotted off? Because I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
So
appreciate it.
Awesome, my friends. Well, thank you. Remember, dive deeper into the questions. There's a great book. I'm going to find it, but it may be called The 7 Levels of Why. But I'm going to find out exactly what it teaches. Is if we get to the 7th level of something, if you can find the why, the reason behind something, and you can go to the 7th level, you can uncover the root motivation for just about everything. And they've done presentations on it. You know, I know Tony Robbins has done presentations on it, where he's talked to people about wanting a bigger house, and it gets them down to a snot bubbling conversation where they're just crying on stage that they don't ever want their kids to live a life that they've lived that was abuse filled and, you know, poverty ridden. And there was no linking at first, But when you break it all the way down, and what that does is it firmly anchors the reasons why somebody's doing something. We ask you with Keller Williams Land to motivate yourself with a big why. It shouldn't be your motivation. It should be your inspiration. Motivation comes from within, inspiration comes from without. And the inspiration to get that place is going to be beneficial to you. So just like deodorant, guys, sprinkle it on daily.
Thanks for getting up, Dan. We appreciate you.
Thanks for using deodorant.
You are our sunshine.
That's just the light shining out of my bald head. Thank you. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you. Have a wonderful Monday, Tuesday. We'll talk again soon. And if you are not already doing so, come tomorrow, the All Partners meeting, all this month. This goes for you too, Chris. You can join it. Link at 1kwsa.com, 9 o'clock tomorrow, All Partners meeting. We are going over the mechanics of how to be a real estate investor. And this is from somebody who does massive amount investing, a massive amount of business. So learn from people who are doing it, how to do it. And I have to say that because of last week, 2 of our agents have gone under contract in investment homes, both here in Tucson and out of state. So take these lessons to heart. This is how you build massive wealth, multiple streams of income. Do something great for yourself today.
Thanks, Dan.